Hey guys, yeah, I just wanted to come on here and first of all, I'm not going to show any trailers, like any moving images here, of what I'm going to talk about. Basically, these 2 to 3 trailers due to copyright situations. I don't want to risk it or anything, but I will provide the video links at the end of the video here so you guys can check them out. But I will show images first to kind of to give you an idea of what I'm talking about and kind of basically give you my thoughts overall. So with that said, let's start off with the first trailer that came out. It's the one that everybody was hoping for at the start of this week, and that was, of course, Justice League. The Zack Snyder version of Justice League. And I will say this, I definitely see a lot of improvement from the original. You could definitely tell that you could definitely tell just by the trailer what Zack Snyder wanted originally to be in there. Like basically, this is the script originally, as it was originally written. Like this is what we were supposed to get in the original Justice League before, or the original release of Justice League before all of that behind the scenes went to heck, and they changed from Snyder to Weldon, I think Josh Weldon or something like that. So, yeah, but, basically I think what we're getting here is more of an expanded version of basically more of the original, not expanded, but more of the original version of the movie that we were supposed to get. And again, it looks really good, and you could definitely tell that HBO Max, knowing, because they're a division of Warner Brothers, knowing that this was probably going to be the last hurrah with Zack Snyder, decided, you know what, let's go all out, let's spend the money we have and get this movie completed as originally intended or originally envisioned by Zack Snyder. Because for several years, a lot of people were like, there is a Snyder cut. And even Zack Snyder at times would come out and say, yes, there is. Now, some have said that he would deny it, but then later on he would actually admit that, yeah, there is a cut that was supposed to go a certain way, but because of what happened behind the scenes, they had to change it. So now we are getting that version as originally intended by Zack Snyder. We'll basically be getting it at the end, in the middle, actually, not the end, but at the middle of next month, to be exact. So it's going to be a really fun watch. Now, what's interesting about it is originally when they made the announcement that we were going to get Justice League, the Zack Snyder cut, at first it was supposed to be just a 4-part miniseries movie. Basically, it was going to be 4 parts. It was going to be what was originally intended. But then as time went on, they decided, nope, let's go the full-length route. Let's make it 4 hours straight. And go from there. And oh, by the way, let's also try to release it simultaneously in theaters or selected theaters with 10 to 15 minute or 20 minute, actually 10 to 20 minute, in my opinion, intermissions, so that people can get up and stretch their legs, go to the bathroom, stuff like that. So, so basically overall, the Zack Snyder Justice League cut has gone through a lot behind the scenes just to get to where it is now. And now, not only are we going, and basically, like I said, originally it was supposed to just be, a 4-part miniseries, basically like an hour each or something like that. But now it's going to be 4 hours long, straight 4-hour long movie on HBO Max, and eventually probably on HBO itself. But you're also going to get it simultaneously as a 4-hour movie in theaters with the 10 to 20 minute intermissions. And I guess that, again, like I said, I guess they want to make sure that if this is the last hurrah they have with Zack Snyder, they go out with a bang. They basically say, look, we may not agree with everything you're doing now, or, support what you're doing and stuff like that, but hey, you want to get this out there, we want to get, because a lot of people have said this is also a publicity stunt, and it is. to get more subscribers, subscribers to the service. So basically, they're like, hey, you want to get this out finally? You want to give people how you want to give people the original movie or the original story as intended? Fine. We also want to get subscribers to our service. Boom, there you go. Agreement made, and that's basically how I believe Justice League came about. How this agreement came to where, yeah, we're going to get people to see this on HBO Max, but they're also going to get a chance to see it in theaters as originally intended. I don't think the theater one, honestly, is going to be that long. I think it might just be a couple weeks, 2 weeks at most, maybe a week at the earliest, and then it'll just be straight on HBO Max. But yeah, for at least, I would say 7 to 14 days, people will get a big screen experience in selected theaters with intermissions. But overall, the trailer I thought was good. It really shows what that it had. I'll give it this: had the movie not been rushed, it definitely shows you how it would have looked had they taken their time, even with the changing of people behind the scenes. So definitely looks great. It definitely looks like a legit DC comic come to life as intended, and can't wait to see what we get here. Just really can't wait. Now, on to the next one that we have to talk about, and that is Mortal Kombat. That just came out a couple of days ago. And everybody was wondering, okay, are we going to get a trailer to this? Where's the trailer? We're seeing images, we're hearing things. Well, finally we got the trailer. It was released as a red band trailer due to the fact that this is going to be a rated R version of Mortal Kombat. We've had Mortal Kombat movies in the past before. In fact, one of the more recent ones was the rated R direct-to-video animated feature, Scorpion's Revenge. And that, to me, kind of gave us an idea of, yeah, if this is as bloody and violent as it is, then we can only imagine what it's setting us up for, or giving us a taste for when it comes to the live-action film. And the film definitely, the red band trailer, I'll put it this way, definitely gives you a glimpse, in my opinion, of what you're going to get here. Because, the one thing everybody complained about the original Mortal Kombat movies was, they were PG, well, first of all, they were rated PG-13. That was a mistake. Everybody felt that was made by New Line Cinema. But the other thing was they weren't as gory or as violent as they should be. But here's the thing, you also have to remember when those movies were released, Mortal Kombat basically was primarily on things like this at that time, or the Sega CD or whatever, or PlayStation 1. That's basically, what it was. So there wasn't any real detailed graphic fatalities or violence to, take inspiration from to apply to the film. So yeah, I can honestly, but what I'm trying to say is I can honestly see why people felt like that was a mistake. But I think when you look back on it and you see what they were taking inspiration from at first, when it comes to the source material, then you could probably understand that, yeah, they did what they could as best they could. And also at the time, you have to remember that the game, even though it had an M rating, was still being played by kids and teens, so they had to, balance, I guess, in their opinion, balance it out as best they could. Now, what's crazy is that even the original Mortal Kombat movie it was a box office hit, enough of a success that it got a sequel. That the sequel wasn't as good as the first one, but still, it was all right. But it didn't, succeed enough to get us a third movie after that. So we had to wait for like almost 20 years, well, over 20 years, I should say, before we got this one. And this one definitely is what a lot of fans were expecting out of Mortal Kombat. And you could tell that this takes more inspiration from the newer, more modern takes of Mortal Kombat. Like, for example, Mortal Kombat X, or what's known as Mortal Kombat Aftermath, right now, Ultimate, depending on what version you've downloaded. It gives you, it basically obviously takes inspiration and, inspiration and, and all that from the newer versions like that one to give us what we got here with the new Mortal Kombat movie. Now, one of the things people have kind of talked about and wondered about is who is this Cole character? Cole, obviously, here's the thing. Anytime somebody does an adaptation of a video game for a movie, inevitably they have to put in an original character that eventually will find their way into the video game itself. And a lot of people are already projecting that Cole will be a DLC, a free DLC character, possibly, or maybe a $5.99 DLC character for the more recent Mortal Kombat game, to be purchased and made playable later on after the movie is released. So I do expect that, but again, you have to have that kind of like point of view. You have to have that character that kind of represents, I guess, your point of view of what's going on, how you seen things, and kind of be like kind of get that origin story of how Mortal Kombat fighters are selected for the Mortal Kombat tournament. But yeah, the trailer. So yeah, I know people have an issue with him. Everybody's wondering, well, where's Johnny Cage? I think he will be in there, but he might be acknowledged as someone that was in a position like Cole was, but he failed, and so we don't see him. He basically died. But we'll see what happens. Or he got injured and paralyzed or something. I don't know. He's got to be referenced. He's got to be acknowledged and maybe seen. But it's up to it's basically up to the directors and people behind the film of how Johnny Cage, if he's in the film, will be presented. But yeah, the trailer overall I thought was good, and it definitely feels more closer to the game and more game accurate. I will put it like that. Than some would say the original movies were to the original Mortal Kombat games. There's more of a story, and again, I think it takes inspiration from the fact that the newer Mortal Kombat games, have a story to them, have that cinematic story applied to them. That by having that now, it's easier for any kind of movie adaptation to be made into a reality and be easier to create, because they're taking inspiration from that film. There are some things in the trailer that made people question, like, okay, what's going on with Kano? Why does he have to? Why is he put in the role of a good guy? Is that a red herring? Some people are impressed by a lot of the unique violence, like with a Sub-Zero, and it's right out of the game, taking blood out of Scorpion, doing that little fight scene they're showing us in the trailer, turning it into a blood dagger. There's a lot of things that people are impressed of and they're kind of questioning about as well. So we'll see what they do. I mean, there is some unique casting situations, like people are impressed, and I'm impressed that Melina I'm not trying to be offensive here, but they cast a black actress to play her, and I thought that was a good move, because you want to definitely show diversity, from a racial perspective as well. So I thought that was good. And it's going to be unique to see what role she plays. I mean, we know if she's going to be there, we got to have Kitana and Jade. So it's going to be fun. I mean, I think we are getting Kitana in there, because we see a female that has the swords in the back, the katanas in the back. So, we might get her as well. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun ride when it comes out in April, and I'm definitely going to be seeing it. I will tell you this, I'll be seeing it. I'll be seeing Justice League. Cannot wait. Now, on to the next one while I have some time here, and that is Cruella. Cruella, of course, is the origin story, the prequel to 101 Dalmatians. It kind of tells the story of how Cruella came to be. I think it's unique. I thought the trailer did a very interesting job to get your attention, because a lot of people were writing Cruella off at first, like, oh, it's just going to go to Disney Plus, so it's not going to be that good. But honestly, Disney Plus or not, simultaneously release on Disney Plus in theaters or not, it definitely got my attention. It definitely got mine. It definitely got everybody else's attention, just the way it was presented. A lot of people are making comparisons to Joker and Suicide Squad / Harley Quinn, Emancipation of Harley Quinn, Birds of Prey. So yeah, definitely, you can definitely see that they took some inspirations of how they wanted to present this film, and trailer wise, and maybe even movie wise when it comes out, for the audience, kind of give it that dark feel of, this is a woman that wants to get far in the fashion business, but is mentally not right in the head, and she's willing to do whatever it takes to get to the top there. And we'll see what they do. We'll see what happens. I mean, one of the iconic scenes in the trailer is she drops a match onto her white gown or white gown or whatever it is, a jacket she comes in with, and it just burns up. And all of a sudden you see this red dress, and you're thinking, whoa, when did she learn magic? Obviously, it's some kind of trick that perhaps we'll find out she's known about for a while. But yeah, but yeah, overall, the trailer definitely got my attention. I'm sure, I can definitely tell you, it got those that I follow, like, Black Nerd Comedy, Andre Meadows. It got John Campea. It got a lot of people's attention. Like, whoa, I wasn't sure about this at first, but now, yeah, you got my attention. This trailer for Cruella by Disney was an attention grabber. And again, like I said with Mortal Kombat, you can kind of tell that they took inspiration in presenting the trailer. They took the inspiration, like certain elements in the film. They took inspiration from how the trailers for Harley Quinn, the emancipation of Harley Quinn and Joker, how they were presented. So you could definitely tell that they took inspiration from that, and maybe the way they filmed it, they took inspiration as well. So yeah, it looks like it's going to be probably better than some people expect. And yeah, got to give Disney a lot of credit. A lot of credit on that, and it's definitely got my attention. I'll put it like that. It's definitely got my attention. But really, guys, though, that's all I'm going to say on these trailers. Again, I will provide a link at the end of the video. Probably you'll see them by now as they pop up. But I will provide video links to the trailers so you can check them out yourself. Because, again, I don't want to risk any copyright here. But let me know what your thoughts are on the Zack Snyder Justice League trailer, the Mortal Kombat one, and Cruella. How do you feel about them? Do you think they did a good job in presenting to you, not presenting, but kind of intriguing you and getting your attention to probably give these movies a chance and to see, to kind of see how they will turn out? Let me know what your thoughts are. Comment down below. Let me know what they are in the live chat during the premiere, and I will talk to you all later. But yeah, let me know what your thoughts are on how these movies were represented and presented to you in these trailers. Did they get you hyped up for their debut in the near future? So again, let me know what your thoughts are. Comment if you like, and I'll talk to you all later. Have a good evening, stay safe, and have a good weekend. And hopefully you'll see some videos uploaded, content some kind, uploaded during Saturday and Sunday as well. But again, till then, guys, God bless, take care, I am out.